I'm meteorologist Kat Campbell in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the Leader Man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Tuesdays are better.
Yeah, they are.
What? It's just better.
I'm very excited it's Tuesday.
You're weird. You're such a weird person.
This whole show is
weird.
kind of weird.
Weird,
but like exciting weird.
Sure, whatever floats your boat.
Enough talk. Enough talking.
Start the show. Start the show. Hand me down.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams.
And I'm the Leader Man's terribly misshapen sidekick, Matt Horsley. Good morning.
Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on the live video stream. That's available to you right now as we speak at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is the link. One click of that will get you there. Last hour, it looks like I tapped that start switch, but it didn't go. Now I know it's going. For sure. So you can watch it.
We got hundreds of notes of gratitude for not being able to look at us in the first hour.
Speak for yourself.
Well, maybe that's what it was.
Anyway, you can get
I thought it was a plural you.
You can get it all set with your YouTube app. Just put Mornings with the Leader Man in there. Another thing you can get with your cell phone is our live crystal clear digital audio stream. Just put WEEB into your player, and we should pop up there at the top. Things like TuneIn, iTunes, Streamer. And, of course, it's always available at our website at talk973.com. Upper right-hand corner of every page where it says Listen Live. Tap that once, you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area. Not a bad day. Cloudy most of the day. Rain starting late in the day, about 4 to 8. That's when we're going to see our rain this afternoon. Look for high of 57. Tonight, partly cloudy. Skies give way. Come in after the rain. Look for a low of 23. Sunday tomorrow, 46 for a high. Not too bad. A lot better than they were calling for. Wednesday night, that's going to be the cold one. Clear 19. Thursday, sunny, 39. That's as bad as it gets. But if it's sunny and not blowing hard, it says light wind. So if you're in the sun, it's not too bad. When you get in the shade, it gets a little dicey. Mostly clear Thursday night, 22 for a low. Friday, back to more seasonable temperatures. Partly cloudy, 49 degrees. Saturday, sunny, 54. Sunday, partly cloudy, high of 58. Monday, mostly cloudy, and 65. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are south-southwest at 10. Visibility is at 10 statute miles. Pressure is 2991, dew point 40. Humidity 85%. It's sunny and 44 degrees here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Woohoo! All right. One of the things in the news items, I meant to get to this last hour, but that is, we had this story about Fayetteville Police Department using their cold case file and testing a rape kit back from 1987, and they got a hit as to who it is and arrested them.
That did my heart good.
Well, you see, Fayetteville has done what I was pushing during the campaign hard. They put in their own crime lab. So instead of waiting for the state, which doesn't have time to do these whole cases, they were able to do their own and apprehend the man. They're also able to speed up their trials in Cumberland County and get trials to court in a reasonable amount of time of around 3 months instead of 3 years. They've also reduced their inventory in their jail, so they won't need another one near as soon, and are saving millions of dollars. Just saying. That should be the first step of our sheriff's department, but it's not. Our first step here, according to our current sheriff, is borrow $1.5 million. Okay, just saying. All right, 8:29 past the hour. Yes, we have to do this because it's time to measure Matt's testosterone level.
Oh, goody.
Regular Tuesday event. Matt said I wasn't lively enough last hour. Well, we're going to liven me up by buzzing Matt.
Yeah, says you.
Today.
I think you're confused.
Okay, let's see how Mr. FKA does it. That's friggin' know-it-all for those that don't know the acronym. All right, these are questions for men that real women should know the answer to.
No starts with an N.
Real women should know the answer to. What country supplies the majority of human hair that is used to make hair extensions?
No idea.
Oh, no. All right, for the half point, is it India? I'm sorry, is it India, Brazil, or China?
China?
No, it's India.
India.
Finish the ad slogan. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's blank.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybelline is correct.
How could anybody my age not know that one?
Ding. All right, and which of the following is a baby laundry detergent? Is it
Draft, Duft, Dirt, Durft,
Drift?
Neft, Nerft?
I'll give you credit.
Drift?
You're all around it. It's Drift.
Dreft.
Ding. So, you get 2 points. Now, question for women that real men would know the answer to.
Real men.
No, it's not Mena. It's men.
Mena.
No, that's the dude Walker saying it. All right, which of the following ranks highest in the game of Texas Hold'em poker? Is it full house, flush, or straight?
Flush. Straight? Come on, a full house.
That's what it says. I actually questioned that. I would have thought a flush was highest. But anyway,
I don't think
you're the
that's
one
right.
being tested, not moi.
Oh.
So, no points there. Where on a cow would you find the tenderloin?
Tenderloin is on the flank.
And the flank is where?
The side. The bottom.
Okay, here's your choices. On the underbelly, along the sides of the spine, or on the back legs?
The underbelly.
Along the sides of the spine. And last but not least, oh, that's right, we don't have a point
Some
yet.
cowboy didn't know what a loin was.
What does a tachometer measure?
The revolutions per minute
Of what?
of an engine.
That's correct. All right, 2-1. You're a little heavy on the estrogen this week.
No, I'm not.
You've gone a little more feminine. Might need your testosterone shot.
Game is rigged.
It's not rigged. I don't even make it up. All right, things we need to know so we do not sound stupid. The IRS began accepting tax returns yesterday. Oh, boy, let me just say something to you folks that I know you like filing your taxes and getting your big refund. But bear in mind, you've given the government all year long free interest of your money. They'd like you to be within $200 at the end of the year from whether you owe them $200 or they owe you $200. And that's where they consider it to be in balance. When you're getting $3,000 and $4,000 and $5,000 back, man, that's like giving them $500 a month for free. No interest paid. You can always get your bank to draft your account and put it into an interest-bearing savings account, or which isn't much at the bank, or get it drafted over to an insurance instrument that will actually pay you some interest. So instead of having $5,000 back at the end of the year, you might have $5,500 if you do it right, and still keep it safe so it's not at risk. And that way you get your check and interest.
Get to use your own money.
Yeah, I wish I had all the money people gave to the IRS interest free. I would pay them interest and give it back at the end of the year. It's just that I'm going to keep some of the interest for my services.
Yes.
But enough accounts, that adds up to a lot of money. While the teacher strike in Seattle, while the teacher strike is settled in L.A., now teachers in Virginia are threatening to do the same. Meghan McCain, yeah, she's been on the pew a little too long. She now says she no longer identifies as a Republican.
Well, neither do I, and I'm not on the View.
95% of Super Bowl bets are illegal. And if you don't want to be subject to tax evasion,
because when the Constitution was created, they thought to themselves, we absolutely do not want adult Americans making their own decisions about what to do with their own property.
Well, if you don't want to be caught with tax evasion, if you win any money, you need to report it. If you lose money, you can report that too, up to equal to any winnings you may have had throughout the year.
Yeah, that's exactly what the framers were thinking when they created the country. Any money you make, you better report to the king.
Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez are taking the 10-day challenge of no carbs and no sugar. Hey, join the rest of the world.
We just got a special notice here. It says, "Who the hell cares?" All right, next.
Yesterday was the 33rd anniversary of the Space Shuttle Challenger's exploding 73 seconds after launch.
Where were you when you heard that?
I was in Durham.
Doing what?
Going to a meeting.
Yeah. I was sitting in a Spanish class. Teacher came in and announced it, and everybody thought he was joking. I was in college.
If you're keeping score at home, 482 people have already registered to run for president in 2020. Chick-fil-A's not open on Sundays. There is a Chick-fil-A at Mercedes-Benz Stadium where the Super Bowl is being played this year on a Sunday, so it will not be open, holding true to their convictions. In case you didn't notice, the price of stamps went up to 55 cents on Sunday, a 5-cent increase. That's 10% a day, man. The largest rise ever. Too bad the service hadn't gone up. I was there, Friday? And there was one teller open at the Southern Pines, the worst post office on God's green earth. One teller open and 15 people waiting in line.
Wow.
And the guy at the head of the line was trying to decide which kind of stamps he wanted to use.
But you know what? There is good news for you who live here in Southern Pines, and that is that Southern Pines has opted to allow you to keep putting glass in the recycle bin, and you know, for the benefit, you're going to have to pay for it.
Well, I know that your intentions are good with the glass, but guess what? It costs more to recycle in energy than it does to just make a new bottle.
Please don't bother us with facts. All right, we feel good about recycling, Steve.
Well, it's just sand. Bust it up and put it back in the sand.
And we like paying taxes.
Police are accusing a Tennessee couple of stealing $11,000 worth of ink cartridges from a Walmart. You meet the best people at a Walmart. The average person now does this. This is today's impossible question. The average person now does this 4 years sooner compared to 40 years ago.
4 years sooner compared to 40 years ago. I'm going to say gets married.
No, good guess.
Has a child.
No, this is a physical change.
Menarche.
Gets gray hair. From a did you know category, according to a study, taller men are quicker to do this.
Hit their heads on doors.
Stomp your butt in the... No, get married. Over the past... Well, yeah, women don't date short men. That's problem. That's the answer. Anyway, over the past 3 years, there's... No, I shouldn't say short men. It's vertically challenged men, isn't it? Over the past 3 years, there's been a 20% increase in the number of adults playing this game competitively.
What is shuffleboard?
Dodgeball. In 49% of marriages, the wife makes more of this than their husband.
Linguini.
Money. A recent study about online dating found that you'll get better results if you let a stranger choose your profile picture.
I can believe that.
The top speed of a cockroach is...
Top speed of a cockroach is 5 miles an hour.
3.4. A recent, it'll seem like 5 when you're trying to stomp its life out on the floor.
Yeah, they have little hairs on them that are connected to a reflex, and minute change of pressure activates the running reflex, so they start running without having to think about it.
Yeah, they definitely have adapted to conditions, haven't they?
They are something.
I had a reading yesterday. They can live 3 days without their head. That's when they'll starve to death.
Well, how old is Joe Biden? How long has he been?
A recent survey found that 63% of adults aged 18 to 29 don't have one of these.
A car.
A credit card. And Monday is the toughest day of the week for figuring out this.
Toughest day of the week for figuring out what you're doing Saturday night.
You're on the right genre. Make what to make for dinner. That's when you say to yourself, please don't make me go to the grocery store.
Monday's easiest for me. I just go to...
On a Monday.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing every Monday.
What's that? Eating pizza?
Pizza.
I wish.
It is a tremendous deal at Harris Teeter on Monday night. All right.
All right. 8:43 past the hour. Let's move on to our rim shots for today. See how we can score with that. Glenn Close says it's a myth that women lose their sexuality as they get older.
Who said that?
Glenn Close.
No, I mean, who said that women lose their sexuality as they get older?
The one that boils
bunnies.
Also a myth that anyone wants to hear from Glenn Close and what she has to say about sex. Insiders say Brad Pitt has not spent time with his kids in over 900 days. The insiders reportedly came to this conclusion after noticing the giant smile currently plastered all across Brad Pitt's face. Who is it he's hanging out with now?
You know, that's way up there on my care list, and somehow it skipped my mind.
Read it last week. That one slipped me. Insiders. Well, we just did that one, Steve. Matt's favorite Congresswoman, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Occasional Cortex, as she's called now.
Shared her skincare routine on Instagram. That's why all those products ended up on your desk.
Yes.
So if you want to know how to get your socialist skin, check it out for yourself. President Trump tweeted criticism at two Fox News anchors. Or as I can guess one of them, what's the other one?
He tweeted criticism?
Yeah.
Got me.
I figured it's Shepard. All right, or as Fox reported it, Hillary has hacked the president's Twitter account. Nancy Pelosi invited President Trump to the House chambers on Tuesday, February 5th, to give his State of the Union address. It seems like a nice gesture until you learn she invited Congress, the Supreme Court, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and the TV networks on Wednesday, February 6th. But there's always the cell phone and Facebook Live. President Trump says Ann Coulter has become very hostile.
I don't go on Facebook anymore.
Which, to be fair, is by far the nicest thing ever said about Ann Coulter, I believe. Former White House Speaker Paul Ryan turns 49 today. Let's take a moment to celebrate his accomplishments. Okay, that was fun. About 75% of the U.S. population will suffer below freezing temperatures this week. So those folks won't have to go to Kylie, Kendall, or Kim's Instagram pages to experience the nip in the ear, I guess. A guy in Michigan broke into a couple's house, stole their car, drove it to get a breakfast burrito, and then returned the car later. In the thief's defense, sometimes you just have to improvise when you're hungry and your Uber Eats app isn't working. And lastly, a thief in Florida thought he was stealing painkillers, but he actually walked away with laxative. He was easy to find, though, because he left a trail behind, literally. And that's your rim shots for today. All right, 8:47 now, past the hour. Let's see what else we have up our sleeve this morning. All right, let's go tackle the bad guys, shall we?
Get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad trees, you go to sleep.
All right, my friends, it's time once again. Hop up, straight across the floor in the style of the Duke, John Wayne, open up our closet doors and gaze upon all 30 of our Liberty safes. And today we're going to mosey over to Liberty safe number 24.
That's a modern Lincoln.
All right. We open her up and let Matt reach in and grab the weapon of choice this morning.
Well, staying with our full-size semi-auto theme here, I'm going to give you a Ruger SR9, 9mm semi-auto pistol.
All right, well, we'll throw that into the holster, pin on our badge, let's grab 4 or 5 cans of Super Warp Ass. And now head out the door of relentless pursuit of stupid criminal news. You know, it's insanely cold in the Midwest right now, and Chicago is getting some of the worst of it. According to the forecast, it's supposed to be minus 12 there tomorrow. Our record low here is minus 9. Also cold, that's colder than Alaska, Antarctica, and Siberia. Which is why this crime spree totally makes sense. Apparently, there's been a string of robberies in Chicago where 2 men are stealing other people's Canadian Goose jackets. Those are some of the warmest jackets you can wear. and they're also extremely expensive. They can cost anywhere from $550 to, get this, $1,700. So far, 6 people have had their Canadian Goose coats stolen by 2 armed robbers. And there have not been any arrests made yet.
Well, that doesn't sound stupid.
Stupid criminal news number 2, when you prioritize fast food over your wife, well, only bad stuff happens. 49-year-old guy named Victor Tozer of Parrish, Florida, was with his wife on Sunday when she was upset over something that happened between her and her family member. She wanted Victor to comfort her, so he went to Taco Bell to get some lunch instead. When he got back, he tried to give his wife a burrito, but he held it in front of her and made fun of her for being upset. So she grabbed it and threw it on the floor. Then Victor picked up the burrito and shoved it in her face. According to the police report, he, quote, caused some to go up her nose. He was arrested for misdemeanor battery.
That is a woman with very poor decision-making skills.
Well, some, you're talking about on the part of the police?
No. That woman is, woman married a complete jerk.
Well,
maybe she's a jerk too, but
high maintenance.
No, she's not high maintenance. She's married to a jerk.
All right, that's your stupid criminal news for today. 8:51. We want to make sure we get everybody's favorite part of the program in here, as you're asked to hold your arm up and put your fingers in the... Come on, Windows, play with us and put your fingers in the air as called for.
And now it's time for...
Random facts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, our 4 random facts for today, and maybe a spare. A court case in 1985 decided Long Island, New York, was not actually an island. That's because the East River, which separates it from the mainland, was naturally too shallow for ships to make it through safely. The first gold record ever went to Chattanooga Choo Choo by Glenn Miller.
Hey, looky there.
His record company gave it to him in 1942 for selling 1.2 million copies. Today, that would be platinum. 500,000 is gold. The recording industry of America took over the gold record process in 1958. All right, a regular serving of kale is about 2 cups and has more vitamin C than an orange. Give me the orange.
The orange tastes much better.
I'll eat 2. You need a permit in Arizona to feed garbage to pigs. And in the computer program, Mavis Beacon teaches typing. From the 80s, Mavis Beacon wasn't real. The people who developed the software made her up and hired a woman named Renee, French name, to play her for the cover photo. And that's your random facts for today. Dun, dun, dun. All right. And just in case you wanted to hear the first gold record of all time.
Chattanooga Choo Choo, run it down again. Let's go. 1, 2.
Now here's a trivia question. What instrument did Glenn Miller play?
Trombone.
Huh?
Trombone.
Yeah,
No.
he did.
Glenn Miller?
Yep.
Didn't he also play the sax?
Probably played a lot of instruments. I know he played clarinet. Oh, that's the thrill of the minute there, but some people like it. We have to talk all over it so YouTube won't block our video for copyrighted material.
Even though you're playing a video on YouTube.
Yeah. It's just the way it works. Oh, here's something weird for you. How much time we got? All right. I'm not sure.
You're not talking about me again, are you?
Not sure what's worse, that a major company thought people would want to strap a feed bag full of snacks on themselves, or that people were like, yes, we do want that. Reynolds Wrap just unveiled a new product called the Hunger Harness yesterday. It's a silver harness that you wear on your chest with several thermal and insulated packs for holding different snacks and keeping them warm. And it also has a little fold-out tray and a drink holder. So it's perfect for the Super Bowl. And they say it should hold enough snacks that you can go, quote, for all 4 quarters plus halftime show without taking a break. One of them has a portable loo in there also. Anyway, they put them on sale for, how much do you think one of these little jewels cost?
$30.
$5. And he sold out immediately. But don't worry, they'll be producing more soon. Oh, boy. Can't wait for that.
That seems like one of those, why did I get this again? Products.
Okay. And for, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And what to get that special someone who has everything? You can buy a game Jenga for $10 now, or you can wait and spend 250 times that. Louis Vuitton just announced they're making...
Excuse me, Steve, it's Louis Vuitton?
Louis Vuitton. Let me get my upper crust. I'm sorry, that's Louis Vuitton. Just announced that they're making a luxury version of Jenga. They're all plexiglass blocks instead of wood, and they have the Louis Vuitton logo on them. And the set will sell for a mere $2,500. There's no word on when they're coming out, but I'm sure you can't wait. But and by the way, it looks like this isn't a licensed version of Jenga, so really it's a $2,500 knockoff.
Seems like the whole method of playing would be different with that than wood.
Well, here's the commercial for it.
Jenga, Jenga, Jenga. You take a block from the bottom and you put it on top. You take a block from the middle and you put it on top. That's how you build a tower. You just don't stop. You gotta build that tower putting blocks on top. And it teeters and it totters as you build it all up. It weebles and it wobbles, but you don't give up. You take a block from
the bottom and you put it
on top. You take a block from the middle and you put it on. Till someone knocks it over and that's when you stop.
That's in the Louis Vuitton. This is the original Jenga commercial.
From when?
I don't know. It doesn't have a date on here. But rap, please.
Well, I don't...
Surefire way of not selling it to me.
Maybe that was rap.
All right, so it goes for this Tuesday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you for a hump day Wednesday already tomorrow, 7 to 9. Until then, be sure to support all the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airways, because they are the backbone of our economy here in Moore County. Your money will stay here, roll over, and create jobs for all of us. And don't forget, millions of Americans have fought, they have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams and the Leader Man, and Nick and Colt the Dog. We'll all see you this afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Chili Dog Park.
And I'm Matt Horsey with a quote from Mother Teresa, who took her own advice in this regard. Let us always meet each other with a smile, for the smile is the beginning of love. Chris Plant Show is up next. Steve, did you know you can hear Mark Levin right here on WEEB? You can at 6 o'clock. Rush comes on at noon, Hannity's at 3, and Levin is at 6, and Savage is at 9 o'clock. And then you and I are going to be back here tomorrow at 7 for Mornings with the Leader Man.